Good morning, people, and it's now 4:30 a.m. Saturday, January 9th. Man, I never thought I'd still be here. Um, January 9th, 1 and 9. 9 is elder. Um, 1 is at a self. It can also be the whole. Excuse me. Got most of my first cup of coffee done. It's nice. Not feeling quite as dragged out as normal. Um, it's funny how our bodies can be so easily regulated. Excuse me, on the other side. You can be literally fading out, and then all of a sudden you get extra energy to come do something. And sometimes when you need that adrenaline boost to get something done because it's an emergency. Wow. Okay, I'm not quite as awake as I was feeling. Uh, you're giving a little help getting that done. Whatever to handle that given emergency. Um, the I want to go ahead and say the consults, as I'm not controlling anyone's future. I'm trying to deal with my present and everyone else's that's around me. Um, I'm not in control of what happens on the other side. I'm talking with Lily right now. Lily's driver's energy outside of her body. And she literally told me, as far as like this consult's going on, and I think towards her and, say, look, someone had just asked when the consults are going to go over, and I never even looked. I'm just fighting to save this house, which I'll explain in a minute. So, anyway, went ahead and, oh, that's wild. Things are calmer on the other side, but there's still insanity going on over there. Anyway, this part of Lily over there, Lily's driver, that's out of the body, excuse me, said 127. I see the number slash 27 or backwards, and as it looks on camera. So for you, it would look like that, 1 and then 27. And it's really bold, dark print. Oftentimes I'm given a date to show that it's important, but not what's going on with it, so I have to actually go into the energy's head to see what it is. But honestly, there's so much chaos on the other side, or there has been. There still is, but not like there has been. But it's been so nutty. I never have any faith in it, but I remember the date because there's something going on with it. Excuse me. And as I get closer to it, I can usually, get an idea of something that's going on with it. But I don't worry about it because I just keep going day by day. So I tell people, don't try to get stuck in divination. What's going to happen to me? When am I meeting my love? You might meet 1,000 of them. Maybe it's supposed to be this guy or that guy. They have to make the decision to be in the right place at the right time unless they're totally controlled to go there, like having an angel's energy put in there and run into you. Your lives are going to get nicer, excuse me, easier, smoother, but it's going to be harder for certain events to happen because you're not going to have all that control on you when you go in a body. You can have more freedom, and it's also going to be easier to get out of it. And one thing I want to say, I should have said before starting. I was talking about a death in a family. Key is Karen's dog, my lady's dog. That's funny saying that because we don't own another animal, another being. A lot of people think they do, but uh, no one does. Everything is independent unto itself, so far as its independence and rights. That's part of this new law, part of the new format of creation: compassion, equality, and honor. So, Key has passed. She's gone home. She's hanging all over, Karen, man. She's all over the place. She's huge. And her heart is incredibly powerful. And as I've said already, she got off Facebook and everything else because she needs to be left alone. She understands that. She's an incredible lady. I don't say that just because she's my other half, or the equivalent of my other half, but she's the intense other half is what I would call it, intensive. But it's just true. She's incredible. And Key's source animal, just like Herky. They're source animal. Very strong. Very strong. Remember, they came from Lily and Ara, one of the three waves that came from Lily and Ara, and they're source energy, but they're 55 to 60% animal essence, and the rest is the rest of source. It's like the angels were the same way. Angels we had a problem with, but the animals not. The biggest problem that the angels had because of the way they were is lack of proper leadership over there. An angel is a wonderful thing as long as it's not put the wrong way. Or there's the control system has to be built over there, and it will be soon. In the meantime, Lily's driver's energy over there is literally mother right now. But there's chaos. So, if someone's a mother of a family, it doesn't necessarily mean some of the idiots in the family are going to listen. Of course, that's only when you have a good mother anyway. And she is incredible. Okay, so I'm going to add some more information to the website later on today. Information that you'll probably be asked for, and I might give you a little more than what they might actually ask for, but that way you have it, and then the information I need in return. If I was going to be here long, I could have everything set up normal to take payments, but instead I got to do it this way and keep a track of everything for the IRS and stuff like that. I believe in paying taxes. We're all overtaxed, big time. But hey, we need roads and stuff, hospitals. We all need to give. It's just we pay too much. Anyway, excuse me. Oh, time for more. The thing with my house, it's kind of a weird situation. I've told people before that I was on crutches for years and everything. I was. I'm not going to lie to you. I can get a little fact wrong or something. I don't know. As you all know, it's hard for me to go back in time, but this is how all that came about, because some people have asked, and this. I don't have time to answer emails, folks. I'm sorry. If you send something, it's not a consult in it. I'll scan and boom. I can't. I have no time. I'm sorry. I'm doing all this myself, plus taking care of Herky, taking care of the animals outside, talking to lawyers, finding lawyers, talking to them. I got a lot going on, folks, okay? Me not getting back with you does not mean I don't care. But I need to finish this. I have to save the house now. Are there reasons why I couldn't go yet? Yes. Could I see all of them? No. No, I couldn't. I was busy doing what I was doing, and I was also kept being brought down, ready to fall down and die, and then boom, I come up again, down, up, you know. And then here's these souls going crazy. Between the insanity of that I'll explain in a second with this mortgage company, my parents' will, my horrific, disgusting, abusive sister Jill, her lawyer, Julie Childs, what she's doing. She is using everything within the power of the law to postpone selling the will. August 28th is when my last parent died, and my adopted parents. And the house is supposed to be paid off, and here it is, what, next year? And then also the mortgage company, the city something, they wouldn't. I called them up to talk to them about it, and they wouldn't even talk to me because the loan was in my father's name. That's because we did a refi, and I gave my dad the equivalent of $80,000 to borrow $75,000 to keep the house when I was on crutches. So I did a quick claim deed on the house, and I was told down there, but not by a lawyer. I was told at the courthouse that when if my father passes, then the house reverts back to mine. So I figured I wouldn't get tied up in the rest of my family. Dealing with my father was enough, but with all the other nuts in my family, my adopted family, hell no. So that's what happened. It was all set up from the other side. It's kind of crazy. Last night, now this is going to sound rude or something. Some people call it ooh, disgusting, or whatever. People, it is what it is. Let me interject right now. I am about to do the video about animals, and I'm going to do it in memory of Key. Okay. She's so awesome. Okay, but this is something I have to get out, and it doesn't cost anything. Just go to YouTube, get it for free. Okay, thank the people at YouTube for having that experience open for us. Of course, they're a business. They know how to work the money stuff, which is good. But honestly, I'm thankful that it's there. By the way, it was very important that it would be there for everybody. That's one reason why things had to happen. Earth 2012, being centered around the planet and having the internet alive and kicking when this went down. Although the first being, male and female, thought it was going to be to throw out the glory of Mother Father God, and instead it was about killing them and me spreading word about what's really going on, what really happened. Again, that's the word of Pahana and Quetzalcoatl. Chair, I swear, it makes all these cracks all the time. When both those are two lives that I said I would come back from the east to bring the information, and seeing how they were in Central America and the center of the U.S., Western Center, Central U.S., being in Atlanta, I'm in the east. I'm sorry, that part of the human body, that spirit, there's still some of it in me, and it just started coming out again, just like it did a previous video. That part of me, that part of what I am is talking with me. See, things of spirit get a little weird. Okay, there's a lot to it. And the bigger you get, it's not glorifying or something special or something. It's more to deal with. And everybody was overgrown so that they could release more beings. So that actually caused other problems. Those abuse frequencies is what really went nuts, hurting people, making them grow big and kind of aggressive. It's like being on steroids or something, I guess. But worse than that, it was the arrogance. The arrogance everybody's been taught life after life after life. So anyway, that's basically the story with the house. I couldn't even talk to I called up the law firm, and they wouldn't, the mortgage holder, they wouldn't even talk to me because the house was in John H. Essex, not John D. Essex. I'm John David Essex, my full name. I always go by Jay. It's like one of those schmucks out there, little Tomo. He's over there saying John is not his real name. You ever heard of a nickname? Come on, folks. He's being run by souls. It's not his fault. He's not a bad person. He's just not strong enough to deal with it. That's the difference between him and Paul. Paul's a powerhouse, man. He's crazy. And I love Tomo. Please don't misunderstand me. I'm not happy with what's going on. And I care about Michelle, but she's, whatever. I care about everybody. I see what's going on. I understand. Doesn't mean I have to like it. And doesn't mean I have to put up with it either, because I won't. Not in relationship to me going forward with what I'm doing. Doesn't mean attack, because I haven't. It just means keep going, but, throw out a couple of comments like, piss on you. Anyway, I understand the insanity that's going on. Like this thing with the house. It's crazy. I couldn't get a hold of the mortgage company wouldn't talk to me until all of a sudden they sent me some paperwork and said, oh yeah, we're going to take your house in a month. And I'm like, really? It's like, okay, time to take something else on. It's kind of crazy. That's the one thing that's left. I'm gonna do something with the as soon as this is over, I'm gonna go ahead and give Paul the copyrights and have the new. I'm gonna give them to him, and then he will own them for the books and everything, and then he'll turn around, and it's in a will anyway. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it to him now, and I'm gonna pay to have it's $130 a pop for a copyright, and have them put in his name. And as soon as that happens, then he can open up his own account with CreateSpace and put it in there. So that way the books go back on sale. These are your books. Nothing's going to keep you from them. Okay, I can take care of it out of body, but I have to take care of it now. Share information. Oh, wow, lucky stuff. Okay, so anyway, so while the mortgage company is doing that, then Jill's lawyer, Julie Childs, is extending this. We can't find someone for the will to close it. Meantime, Jill's living in this big expensive house. She's got access to bank accounts and all this money. She's worth, I don't know, a good $800,000 right now. Should be more. There's no telling how much money spent. But my parents did have over $1 million, well over. So that way, the lawyer helps Jill go ahead and foreclose on the house. She's hated me ever since. She used to go out of her way when my father would have his IBM parties. He was a big man in IBM, vice president of this and that, whatever. Made a lot of money, and she'd kick me between the legs all the time. And as soon as that happened, I'd scream. As soon as I could stand up, go running after her to hit her. Okay, to physically hit her. And never could get there. Always when it happened, there was Pops right there, and Pops would literally grab a hold of me by the throat. Sometimes hit me in the face, sometimes just, scream at me. He says, shut up. I said, you don't care that my sister just kicked my whatever up through my throat. All you care about is me making noise in front of your IBM folks here. And he said, that's right. And I'm like, whatever. So sometimes I'd say something, get smacked, and walk away. That's how sweet my sister's been. That's funny. She's so sick. She has no idea what she has coming. That's wild. Anyway, so this way she thinks she's going to get to kick me out of the house, put me on the street, and then they're going to sell the house for maybe $60,000 or so, and then she's going to turn around and then have to pay the balance. So instead of her paying off the house like it states in the will, this will states this house gets paid off. And it gives an amount up to $150,000. The payoff is a little over $116,000. That's what's owed on it. So anyway, so she thinks she's going to save money. What she doesn't understand, that this house, with 2 phone calls, I can condemn this house. And then literally, it'll cost more to tear this house down and remove it and have an open lot than the land's worth. So instead of saving money, she'll actually lose money. But I'm not going to go there. Okay, I have other plans. So anyway, that's the insanity of what's going on right now. So, and I'm sure Jill offered her lawyer something to help her out with this. So. What am I saying? I'm saying I don't really know exactly what's going on over there, but I can feel it. So, whatever. But I'll tell you what. That shows the lack of honor of Julie Childs. Working for whatever. Merit something or other, or something merit. Honor is so important. Some of these people, there's people here. They're so twisted in money and power and greed and control and arrogance, abuse, that they literally wake up in the morning and wonder who they can screw real hard the next day, even harder, and even make more money. That's sick. Look at that, and then look at compassion, honor, and equality. Okay? Yeah, this does not go. So, we'll see what happens about that later in life, right? I should say later in lives. Change is coming, folks. Change is coming. So, a lot of people like even Michelle was saying, Jay's threatening. He's threatening me. He's threatening to die and come back and kill me. Yeah, that ought to go good in today's courts, right, Joey? That's insane. What's going on? Anyway, so much for that. Something else I want to tell you about this morning. Now this is something I was talking about earlier that I didn't follow through with. Excuse me. Another coffee burp. It's early in the morning. And I drink a lot of the Chowa tea. More than normal. So, it's expensive. It is. I talk about it because I want you to know about it. Oh, there's something else I want to tell you about. Ruta Maya coffee. Rutamaya. It's made by some of the Mayan Indians. It's sold out of a place in Texas. But it's really good coffee. That's where the distributor is, whatever. Anyway, between that and that Don Pedro, I think that's the name of it. You can get it on Amazon.com. That's where I get it. Rutamaya, I buy directly from Rutamaya because it's cheaper. They don't give Amazon.com a break. Amazon.com has to go and buy it. You got to find out where to buy stuff. Y'all know that. I'm sure better than I do. But anyway, I want to tell you about a dream I had last night. Well, I see what happened is my schedule's a little different now because my lady's over in across the Atlantic. There's 5-6 hours difference depending on where you are in most places in Europe. So, and I just started doing it automatically anyway when it was time for her, a little bit before time for me and her to meet. I got up in the morning, real early in the morning. I just got up, went downstairs, get some water, something, can't remember. And all of a sudden I saw some bugs running around, and I'm like, okay, when I see that, that's literally the good guys on the other side actually giving me a message. I can see who it is. I'm not going to go there right now. Let a couple things be personal with me, okay? And if I see some bugs running around, and relative to how many I see, there's little ones or big ones or something, that's telling me I'm going to be bugged by the idiots on the other side. Remember, when we're out of body, we can see easily a day or two before, and up to 2 days before, and up to 2 days after. It's usually about 2.5 days total. and we can see what's going on. It's like a 2.5 days as one event. So anyway, that was a warning. So then I went upstairs, cleaned up. Let's see what I went upstairs. I cleaned my coffee cup down there. Went upstairs. Went back to sleep. And then I had a dream, and that's why I was woken up to go downstairs and get some water. Is to be shown that I was about to be bugged. So so I went to sleep, and I was just before waking up. Those are the dreams we really remember. All of a sudden, you know how dreams jump all over the place. I wake up and I'm on a ship. I wake up and I'm in a neighborhood, and then I'm out. I'm in and out of this house, in and out of that house. There's a lot of stuff going on. I didn't have a place to live. Okay, so that's supposed to start making me a little antsy, a little nervous. So then from there, I literally get, something was telling me I had to move from where I was staying with some other people anyway. There wasn't much focus on that. And then all of a sudden there was something about going into the Merchant Marines, and the next thing you know, it's like pop, I'm on this ship and I'm walking through the barracks, and I was shown that it's hard to be on a Merchant Marine and you're locked in like when you're in the military. And then all of a sudden I'm walking through like a long barracks on a ship with there's bunk beds and everything, and everybody had a spike driven through one of their feet, and then a cable that goes around it, and then as they're laying in bed there's a cable that goes through it. And there wasn't a bunch of blood and everything. One of the guys there said, yeah, you don't even feel it. And I'm like, okay. And the idea was that at night nobody could escape. You're on a ship out in the ocean. Where are you going to go? Okay. It was the other side. Mostly little souls, little bit of essence running around trying to bother me in my sleep, telling me that we're going to keep you here on this ship or in this life and force you to be here and make you suffer, take away your house. So I woke up in the morning and I saw that and I said, damn. And I said, screw y'all. So I went downstairs, got my coffee started. As soon as I got my coffee, turned on the computers. Oh, and thank you all for the requests. I'm going to get back to the this morning's round in just a little bit, okay? I just, just laughed, grabbed what was bugging me, killing me. Then I literally go outside of the planet with a sphere and then come in more. Sometimes I go throughout all creation and bring it and clean it. You got to go real slow. But it's energy. It actually happens. If y'all can just work on your own head, just, put like a beach bowl sphere over your head. That'll be great. Anyway, see, that's a lot of times when you're trying to see what's going on in your dreams, you might want to realize that a dream is a vision you're being shown message. It's not coming from some loving angel. Hello! It could be coming from anybody. It could be there to torture you. It could be there to harass you. It could be there to help you, push you in a good direction or bad direction, give you insight or try to give you peril. It's a message. You have to understand everything on the other side. It's very much like you when you're out of a body. Wow, imagine that. It's real, yes. It's the other side. But there's no, Lord, loving God, it's you out of a body. Oh, the spirit guides. Oh, yes, the sacred spirit guides. Oh, it's you when you're out of a body. Come on. That's what's over there. That's one of the important parts of my life. Is to try to get you all to see that, help you see it, crank you up to everything I can so you understand. And you all become the leaders. The spiritual leaders of today. There's some new idiot on the... I use that term freely, but he's very deserving. Trying to say Jay Essex thinks he's God. Another one of these thinks he's God, or is he God or something? A guy talks and he goes like this, and I'm like, and he goes, and he's one of these YouTube whatever microphobes or something. I don't know what the term was. He was trying to say that, he's trying to build this thing on YouTube where he has these people following him, and he's doing the same thing. The guy's such a schmuck. I looked at him. I saw some energy hanging on him. It's pretty funny, but he's looking for some way to get attention. People take stuff from religions and stuff and try and piece together something in their own head that works. And there's a lot of little souls running around, still causing trouble. So when I had that issue with myself and the other side, that part of me, that the outer part of the avocado, whatever, that's on the other side, and it said, this is crazy. You just need to stop everything. Just restart all creation. I'm like, it ain't going like that. You're not making that decision, especially a decision in my life, till I get home. So we had an issue real quick, and it settled. But while we were having an issue, he was pissed, and he literally went out and started killing somebody's souls. A bunch of them. The animals, I told the animals, go. I changed their energy a little bit. So animal essence, the source animals, they've been out there. When something comes out and starts going crazy, running around, they go out and smack it. And they have energy they can use to kill it. The most honorable thing there is out there, by the way, folks, is animals. Also, their compassion is limitless. Please try to trust them. It's in Key's honor and their honor that I'm going to do this video, and for your personal help, aid, comfort, whatever. This animal video I'm about to do is for everyone. It's to honor them and for you. I mean, we're family, folks. We're family, okay? Now, if someone says, well, I believe an animal, brings me this too, it could be that animal's there and bring it to you too, and it's right. I mean, I'm going to tell you what I know. It doesn't mean that there's not another part of that animal's energy that I didn't talk about. You know how many animals there are? I'm going over animals, birds, fish, insects. I mean, there's a lot. It's a big list. I put it together, and there'll be some I'll forget, and I don't mean to. It's just, come on, there's only so much you can do, and it's going to be long. I don't know if I might have to get James' help rendering it. We'll see. Anyway, so when you have dreams, don't freak out about them. It's not the future that has to come. Oh no, I'm going to die. No, well, yeah, sooner or later. The body's going to die, but chances are really good that you're not, unless you go to the other side and start getting crazy. Or come back over here and get crazy. Hurting stuff, abusing stuff. As long as you don't do that, you ain't dying. You're going forever. Okay? So, anyway, that's what's going on now. Again, thank you everybody for these consults. I'm getting back on it in just a minute. I just do want to do the intro to the animal, honoring animal essence and talking about messages of their energy. And I talk with all of them. Okay, I'm not trying to replace anyone here that's doing that. There's a lot of good people that do that. Animals Speak by Ted Andrews. He's deceased. His body is. That's a really cool book. Dr. Stephen D. Farmer. Really cool. Ted Andrews was a really cool, strong soul. A lot of clear and white and dark blue energy. Very strong seer. And Dr. Stephen D. Farmer, he's alive. He has the website earthmagic.net. He's source. He understands. He knows a lot of people. I'm not important. Don't need to be to him. He's doing awesome. I was talking with him when I was first waking up, and you gotta love the guy, man. It's awesome. And I said, when you meet your spirit guides, the animal spirit guides, do they look normal? And he goes, yeah, sure, they always do. And I'm like, okay. When I met Black Panther, my first one, the original one, he's out there flying around now with this transmutated spirit energy that happened when that just happened inside me when I started killing the original, first being male and female, but pretty much finished it that time anyway. He came to me and he was so huge. When I grabbed his head to give him a hug, I could barely reach the cheekbones on his head. I mean, he's huge. But he looked weird. He looked real weird. The reason why I was seeing him as he really is, and he's source animal. 55-60% animal, and the rest is Earth. A planet, star, human, fae. Everything's in there. Okay. Excuse me. So he didn't look normal, and that's why I was. And he was a lot bigger than 1.5 times the size of a huge bull elephant. Okay, he was big. Awesome. So anyway, I'm gonna want you to know about that. Animals do so much for us. All right, folks. I love y'all. Time to get out of this video. There's a lot coming, folks. There's a lot of good change that's going to happen. And eventually, probably 2,000 years, these physical bodies are going to be mostly gone. Okay? We'll see what the actual timetable turns out to be. But that's a good approximation from everything I can see while I'm stuck in this body. And before I can get out and actually see everything I'm looking at, because I can see bits and pieces, but I can't get a good overall picture of everything out there while I'm stuck inside this body. Do you think you can see the whole universe and everything going on every planet at one time? Hell no. Not in a body. There's no way. I always strive to be as accurate and complete as I can with everything, but hey, I'm stuck in a body too, just like y'all. There's only so much water you can pour into a bucket. So, I was given that analogy the other day. It was pretty funny. Empty a swimming pool, you can pour it in a bucket and it just keeps flowing over the bucket. Me, I just went for the water balloon where the head pops. It's not that I'm aggressive and destructive and everything, although that is part of my job. When necessary only. To be like that. So, anyway, the compassion, love, honor, sense of equality, that brings temperance. Having sadness at things that happen that aren't right and you can't do anything about it, that also helps with understanding. There should always be a minimum amount of energy expended to do what has to be done. Anyway, I love y'all. Y'all rock, man. Good things are coming. It's kind of like, this is so funny. It's kind of like baking a cake and everything stirred up and blended together, and it's just about ready to finish. The batter is almost finished to get ready to pour in the pans. It's just like so close to making this beautiful cake that everybody can enjoy without eating a bit. A bit of it is just a feeling. Remember, that's how we communicate on the other side. Feeling, image, stuff like that. Folks, love you. Have a good one.